We officially begin the 2024 Bodhi Meditation Ullambana Festival Blessing Ceremony. Please put your hands together. We respectfully invite Grandmaster JinBodhi to perform the purification blessing.
May all beings be freed from hell. Freed from the sea of suffering. May all disasters and calamities be eliminated. May all beings be freed from hell. Freed from the three evil paths. No longer suffering. Bathed in the Buddha's light. Ascend to heaven. Ascend to the Pure Land. No more suffering in hell. No more wandering. May Buddha's light shine upon all. May they be freed from hell. No more suffering. Freed from hell. May the nectar of the earth store Bodhisattva bring relief from disasters and calamities to all beings. May they be relieved of suffering. May all beings not suffer in hell. May they escape from hell and eliminate all disasters. May our parents of 7 lifetimes escape hell and no longer suffer. escape from hell. Escape from hell and no longer suffer. Dispel disasters and calamities. Be reborn in the Pure Land. No more suffering in hell. May our parents of 7 lifetimes be reborn in the Pure Land. May all sentient beings escape from hell and no longer suffer. We give gratitude to the compassionate earth store Bodhisattva.
We give gratitude to Grandmaster JinBodhi. I respectfully invite Grandmaster to light the lamp before the Buddha. I respectfully invite Grandmaster to lead everyone in offering incense before the Buddha. Please put your hands together.
We show sincere respect and sincere gratitude to the all-compassion earth store Bodhisattva. To the all-compassionate medicine Buddha. Who saves all from suffering and calamity. We are grateful for the protection of all deities.
I respectfully invite Grandmaster to lead us in prostrating to the Buddha. Audience members, please follow and bow in respect. First prostration. Rise. Second prostration. rise. Third prostration. Rise. Palms together, bow and give thanks. I respectfully invite Grandmaster JinBodhi to take the Dharma seat.
Hello to all our guests.
Hello, Grandmaster.
Hello to everyone around the world. To everyone watching this in front of the computer. Those that are present, please sit back and relax. Today is a very special day. This day is very unique. The Buddha believes that on this day, a great Bodhisattva, driven by the power of compassion, will open the gates of hell. This act is intended to release certain souls, connected to us by karmic ties, giving them a chance for liberation. We believe that in this world, there is heaven, the human realm, and hell. This is the rough distinction. However, in Buddhism, it's believed to have a fourth realm. That is, hell, the human realm, heaven. And above them is another nation-like realm. They are the Pure Lands. All beings in hell, the human world, and the heavenly realm experience birth. Anything born in these worlds will eventually perish. So, hell, the human world, and the heavenly realm, by which I mean the deities in heaven, will all die one day. They are not eternal. But those in the Pure Land are eternal. Those who are born in the Pure Land experience the moment of birth, but no moment of death. So, on this day today, the compassionate Earth Store Bodhisattva will open the gates of hell. Even with the gates open, not many beings can exit. This opportunity is a rare karmic event. Such opportunities are scarce. Those who can emerge might receive the help of Buddhas or divine beings. They might instantly ascend to heaven or the Pure Land. Does this concept relate to us in any way? I think it does. It depends on fate, who the soul emerging from hell is, and whether it has any connection to you or me. What if it's our parents? We believe that if our loved ones, especially our parents, or even other relatives like siblings or spouses who passed away earlier, are suffering in the afterlife due to not having done good deeds while on earth, then we, the living, will also suffer as well. What does it mean to suffer? It means we may experience many unfortunate events. What are these unfortunate events? Let me explain to you. The most precious thing for a person is health. So, the first misfortune is that you might get sick and lose your good health. If it's a serious illness, you can't work. You spend money on treatment. Even the doctors can't cure it. In this case, I believe happiness and joy will be lost very quickly. Next, there might be disasters. In today's day and age, all of us often commute to work or school. Usually, the trip is at least 10 minutes by car or bus. More often than not, no matter if people drive or take the bus, an average single trip will take at least 30 minutes. I remember that in many places in the US, people commute from home to their workplace. And driving for an hour is very normal. Every day, they go and come back once. A round trip will take 2 hours, if you're on the highway or freeway. If an accident happens, it becomes very troublesome. From then on, we might lose our health, or the ability to work. We could end up being taken care of for the rest of our lives. Do you still have happiness? Some people are very unfortunate. They boarded the wrong plane and it crashed. There are all kinds of disasters. There are also earthquakes or even terrorist attacks. Like the 9/11 incident in the US. It's been 20 years now. Many people couldn't escape from that building. These disasters are sudden misfortunes. Some also experience water disasters. Some people go swimming in pools, at the beach, or in rivers. It is a joyful and happy experience. I happen to be on vacation. I go to the beach in Hawaii to swim and relax. How delightful! The family is together again. But some people have what is called a water disaster. Those who experience that, as soon as they jump into the water, their legs cramp up. Or they get bitten by a fish and can't come back up. From happy moments to sad ones. For those who may have a water disaster, there's a mark on your face. People with a mole on their ears should be careful. It's going to be a mole on the lower half of the ear. Check if you have one. If you have it, try to avoid swimming at the beach. Be cautious of this disaster. And then there's fire. Nowadays, especially in Asia and many places in Europe, due to high population density, they are tearing down houses to build high-rises. 30 years ago, buildings were 10 stories high. Now, they are over 50 stories high. What if a fire starts below? How will people on the 50th floor get down? I think it's not possible. If a big fire breaks out, it will be terrible. There are times when people or their loved ones experience these disasters. One of them might recall they got their fortune told when young. The fortune teller warned of a disaster later on in their life. Some fortune tellers can see it from your face. Disasters are written on your face. Look, how unfortunate. How does this situation come about? After your elders pass away, they suffer in hell. They are enduring the punishment of fire. You might have also committed some wrongdoings in your past lives. Therefore, you might also feel the pain of being burned. Our loved ones are being drowned in hell, over and over again. We might drown in this realm as well. That's roughly it. Speaking of disasters, some people work very hard to earn money. Whether you work in a bank or in an ordinary company, accumulating wealth for 10 or 20 years, and buying a small house. You save every bit of extra money, reluctant to spend it, reluctant to dine out, unwilling to spend money on travel. But then a friend introduced to you a very profitable investment. They tell you if you invest 1 million now, it will become 2 million in 5 years. A 20% annual return. Do you believe it? I'm sure no one will believe it as I say it now. But when your greed arises, you will believe their words at that moment. Moreover, con artists are all very skilled. They have thoroughly studied their scam down to the letter. No matter how much you think about it, it sounds like a good deal. In the end, maybe a year later, you can't contact them anymore. You discover that this company is a scam and it has already gone bankrupt. The money is gone. Your money, the money you worked half your life for, is gone. It was all just an investment scam. This might correspond to your parents from a past life suffering in hell without money. That's how it is. That's why we have two festivals to honor our ancestors. One of them being today. The Chinese people will burn paper money for our ancestors. It's true, some people dream of their relatives shivering and cold. Their clothes are tattered. They're outside while it's snowing. It's freezing, -20 degrees Celsius. They look thirsty, hungry, and cold. This is your deceased relatives asking for help. They tell you, please help me. I'm so cold, hungry, and have no money here. That's how it is. You need to burn paper offerings, burn some paper money. Once things are good on his side, your disaster will be gone. Otherwise, your wealth might be lost or you might be deceived. There are countless possible disasters. Sometimes, making money is really hard. Even harder is getting the money to stay. For a woman, getting married is like gambling. If you marry a good man, you're really lucky. Before marriage, he seems perfect, but after marriage, he does all sorts of bad things. Your happiness is lost. This is related to our loved ones and to ourselves. The person we are in this life, as well as our actions in this and previous lives. This force that is generated is called karma in Buddhism. This actually sounds fair. It's not like saying, I am God, believe in me and you'll go to heaven. I once asked a priest, what if someone, especially someone baptized, keeps doing bad things? I've cornered him with no way out. He eventually said, then he would go to heaven's prison. Then your Lord is an absolute ruler. After believing in him, even if you do wrong, you go to heaven's prison. What if the person did many good deeds but hasn't been baptized? Will they still go to hell? That's not fair. So our analysis is relatively fair, which is your future is determined by your actions. If you were a good person in the past, you might enjoy blessings in the future, being wealthy, healthy, and good-looking, and everything goes smoothly for you. You're intelligent and wise. All these advantages are formed by doing good deeds. Your current disadvantages, being born unattractive, being born unhealthy, and other such negative traits, are also caused by your own actions. What do you think? I find this explanation more balanced. Everyone is the same. It's just like us abiding by the law. When we have all these negative traits, we should reflect on ourselves. However, including myself and everyone, we just can't remember what good or bad deeds we did in our past lives. Does anyone here remember their past lives? I believe generally no one does. We don't remember our past lives. Some think it'd be great to remember our past lives, but that isn't all that good. Imagine being a 1-year-old baby, a little infant who can recognize his father's killer. His feeling of anger would arise and he would be unhappy. He sees that the grandmother who's taking care of him was his wife in a previous life. How do you handle that? He truly believes it. There was a case like this in India. She is a professor at a university in India. Her memories of her past life are very clear. She went to the province and village where she lived in her past life. She found her past life's husband and family. She remembered everything so clearly that the family also believed her. In her case, she passed not long ago and still had surviving family members. How do you face these memories? She never got married because she said, "All my family is in that place. But now I'm just a baby. When I'm 20, my husband will be so much older. Because my memory is so clear, I can't marry another man." She became a university teacher and stayed single. She was unable to face her current life. Hence, when we reincarnate, the divine will hide our memories of past lives. Not erase, but cover up, so that they are not in your mind. You don't notice their existence, but you will have a very slight, 1 in 1,000 impression. This 1 in 1,000 impression is like this. After meeting someone, you really like them. Or after meeting certain types of people, you dislike them. This is not something anyone teaches you. This is from the memories of your past life. The impression that was left behind is indelible. Hence, everyone has certain types of people that they like, or certain types of people that they dislike. This is a small part of the memories from our past life, still lingering in our souls. The karma from past lives is all caused by actions. If you want to have a good life and hope for a good future, hoping that your family is doing well, hoping for a bright future for you and your children, you should first focus on yourself and do more good deeds for your parents of the past 7 lives, as taught by Buddha. What are good deeds? It's performing acts of compassion and kindness. We should do them ourselves. Some people might think, "I don't remember doing anything wrong in the past. However, I hope that my future will be good. What should I do?" Let me address this part first. To change our destiny and make our lives better, first, we need to repent. Repentance means acknowledging our mistakes and changing ourselves. We should strive to be kind-hearted people. Being kind-hearted means loving the world and all living beings. It's not just about loving people, but also loving animals and nature wholeheartedly. Do not engage in any behavior that might bring harm or damage to others or the world. You must truly believe in it. If anyone who is here thinks this makes sense, you can try adopting this mindset. If you want to do it with respect and reverence, you can put your hands together. Face heaven, earth, and nature with sincerity. And think to yourself, from today onwards, I will not harm. Whether it is people, nature, or animals, I will not harm any of them. I want to be filled with love and compassion. I won't lie, do drugs, drink excessively, or make any reckless investments. I want to be a good person. That's all you need to do. Someone might say, I did just that. But why am I still sick sometimes? Why are there still disasters ahead? This is just the very first step. If you were a thief in the past, and you stop stealing from today, you no longer harm others. But the harm caused by past theft still exists. Understand? If you were a con artist, deceiving people for 20 years, and you stop deceiving people now, it doesn't mean you are a good person. Your karmic debts from the harm caused by your past deceptions still exist. The account of past harm still remains. How can this karma be repaid? Mere repentance is not enough. It lacks the power. We usually engage in various actions for this. We seek help from Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and deities to help us repay these debts and to eliminate our past karmic sins. Because our effort alone is limited and insufficient. If you believe in reincarnation, how many years have you existed as a being? Many have existed for hundreds of thousands of years. Being a human, say who lives a long life of 100 years, or a shorter life of 50 years, it takes 50 to 100 years to reincarnate once. What about being a dog? People who have raised dogs know their lifespan is about 10 years. Cats live for about 20 years. If you were an insect, sometimes you only lived for 2 months. Some reincarnation happens quickly. Some people are here to repay debts and they live for only 3 years. Like a baby who dies at the age of 3. This is also a reincarnation. We have had countless reincarnations. But we do not know how much of the harmful behavior we have done. But you can observe yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Do you have a perfect image? Some think they have a good image. Men say they look handsome, women say they look beautiful. What you see and consider as handsome or beautiful is different from what I see. For example, your IQ. Are you better at mathematics or language? If both are good, how about sports? How is your physical fitness? Some people can study well but are not good at sports. Some people are good at sports but not good at studying. Everyone has different abilities. There's always imperfection. My intellect is fine, but my back always hurts. I can study well, but I have a hard time conceiving. I can work well in the IT industry, but talking to people is difficult because I can't speak well. These are all flaws and imperfections. This is just a normal test of the basics. One day, when you understand a bit of physiognomy, you'll know just by looking at one's face. How your brain perceives things, how you endure stress and negative circumstances. Or how one may easily encounter misfortune. It's all there on the face. Those who understand will know it at a glance. If we want to change our destiny and make our lives better, we need to ask Buddha and deities for help, helping us to repay the debt and eliminate our negative karma, but we should also show some effort. We need to learn to make light offerings before the Buddha, to let the Buddha's light shine upon us, helping us to correct the mistakes made in our past lives, or the mistakes made by our parents from the past 7 lives. Repay these debts of yours and your parents. Hence, we should make light offerings, offer to the Buddha, offer to the practitioners. Support and maintain the meditation centers. And also commit to volunteer work. For example, if you don't have much money, but have time because you're retired, then you can come to the center to volunteer. This will greatly benefit you. If you have the opportunity to volunteer at our center, you are truly blessed. This is a chance for you to correct your past mistakes. In some countries, you are not even allowed to volunteer at the meditation centers because of political reasons. You don't have the chance to do so. There is the opportunity to volunteer here, but some people are just lazy. I hope you are not, as this is about making your life better. If you have the chance, it's best to volunteer at our center. Volunteering at the center helps you because this center is all about helping others. Helping the center is equivalent to helping all beings who need assistance, helping them escape from suffering. This makes it especially easy to repay your past lives' karmic debts. Once you understand these concepts, you start to have this mindset. Whether you make light offerings or volunteer at the center, they are both great. But coming to our center to practice is even better. All these combined is true cultivation. You might claim that after a month of practicing meditation or chanting, your body is already very healthy and at ease. Please don't be happy too soon. What about 3 years later? 3 years later, new problems might arise, or old problems might resurface. Why? There is a reason. First, you left the center and stopped practicing. Naturally, illnesses came to you. Or say you practiced, but not enough, then illnesses and troubles would still come to you. Why? The effect of practice is there, but the debts from your past lives and even much earlier lives cannot be eliminated just by meditation and chanting. Not fully. It's just like owing someone money. You are chanting, but no one helps repay that debt, and so it's not fully repaid yet. Your troubles will still come to you. Hence, you need to understand how to repay the debts. Once you understand this concept, you will know what to do in the future. So this time, this is the 2024 Ullambana Festival. We can help liberate our parents of 7 lifetimes, as well as our karmic creditors. Some new followers don't know what karmic creditors are. This term is a generalization. It could be people you've heard in the past and they hate you. You might have unknowingly hurt someone and you had no idea. It's the debt you owe to others. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. For example, you stole someone's money. Cheated on someone, treated someone poorly, etc. You might be aware of it, or you might not. But the person you hurt will hate you for those reasons. These are all your creditors. Someone might get drunk and tell you they got a scolding from you earlier. They remember how terrible it made them feel, but you can't recall. I yelled at you. When? The person saying the words often doesn't feel the weight of them. All right. Let's say I'm a bit chubby. Just an example, okay? I'm okay with anybody saying I'm chubby. People can point that out straightforwardly. I don't feel offended about it. I think people say that because they care about me. Nobody would tell you that if they didn't care about you. I would feel grateful for their words. I'd reply, yes, a bit. but I see you've lost weight. Then they'd be happy. Some people would tell me to ignore that comment, but I'm happy. Being chubby means I can afford my food, that I'm not poor. Sometimes, people say things with no ill intention, but they end up offending someone. Resentment can arise when words are comprehended wrongly. You might have forgotten what you've said, but those who are offended remember it for a lifetime. For example, when someone's parents are in trouble, and you say something bad about their parents, they will hate you for a lifetime. This is how you make enemies unknowingly. These are your karmic creditors. They can be your relatives too. For example, your spouse, parents, siblings, etc. There can be conflicts that lead to hatred. Hatred from previous lifetimes is even more troublesome. Their bodies may have perished, but not their hatred. Having reincarnated in this lifetime, you shall repay what you've sown. So, it's all about repaying your debts. In your past life, you could be a butcher or an army officer. You killed many people and animals. What about a cook who has to make food out of killed animals for a living? Who is more sinful, the eater or the killer? When killing becomes a habit, it can be dangerous. The hatred you sow will haunt you. Once, there was someone in our Vancouver center who had immigrated from Hong Kong. This sister is no longer with us. She passed away over 10 years ago. Our more senior students are very familiar with her. She told us about her childhood in Hong Kong. Her father ran a chicken slaughterhouse. He employed over 100 workers. The number of chickens they killed each day was uncountable. Half of the chicken supply for the restaurants in Hong Kong was provided by her father. They did this for over 20 to 30 years. How much money do you think they had? Every month, her father earned enough to buy a house in Hong Kong, where property prices are extremely high. Her father had been in this for half a lifetime. At the age of 60, he got into drugs and gambling. Many countries say that drug use is not a crime. Do you think drug use is a good thing? I'm not here to teach or to debate if it's good or bad. Personally, I think it's bad. In Vancouver's Chinatown, there are many drug addicts who can stay in the same position for one whole day, just like a statue. They can't work, they can't love their families and children. They just stay still like a statue for the whole day. Their body was just skin and bones. How pitiful. What got them into this? Drug addiction. So, having made so much money from slaughtering chickens, he got into gambling and drugs at the age of 60. These led to his family's ruin. By the time her father was in his 70s, they had sold all their houses and were being chased around. He had borrowed money from the loan sharks. This sister's father told her to run to any country she could go to avoid the loan sharks. The father was being hunted. This sister fled to Canada. She wasn't a formal immigrant. But Canada was very lenient and she became an immigrant. That's how she saved her own life. In the end, her father was brutally killed. Why? Because he couldn't pay back the money he borrowed, having made so much money but then killed by loan sharks. All their friends and relatives ignored her father. No one cared enough to collect his body. When they did, there wasn't a single piece of flesh intact. He was chopped to pieces. He made a fortune by killing chickens. I won't blame it all on killing chickens. Perhaps there were also the sins from past lives. Then his daughter came to our Vancouver center. When she arrived, her complexion was particularly bad. She told us she had liver cancer. At that time, she was already 60 years old, and she had liver cancer. Once, when we were talking, I felt a strong sense of karma behind her. I couldn't tell what was killed, but I could sense it. It seemed like many souls were seeking her out. Then, she knelt down and told me the story of her father. None of her 5 siblings died a good death. They either committed suicide or got killed by others. She was the last one. She had liver cancer. She wanted to atone for her sins. She was very proud and happy when she first described to me how they made their fortune. Then, she realized it was a mistake and cried her heart out. So what to do? I told her to acknowledge the sins she committed and repent. She had to do more good deeds. So, after practicing, she'd volunteer at our center. She lived for 8 years longer with terminal cancer. When she first came, she was in the 4th stage of liver cancer. In most cases, the patient wouldn't live longer than 2 years. But she lived for 8 more years. So, this is a story from our Vancouver center. The debts made in the past lifetimes do get bigger. Like bank interest, the longer it's left alone, the bigger it gets. If you cheat someone of $1, do you know how much you have to repay after 10 years? At least $1 million. It sounds unfair, but that's the way how karmic debts work. The debts of good and bad deeds get bigger with time. If you killed 10,000 chickens, you might be slashed 1 million times in return. Isn't that terrifying? The more I study and understand, the more scared I am. Just don't do bad things. It's too terrifying. Those who learned early with me know what I'm talking about. They've done many good deeds in this event. We hope this event will end in an auspicious way and can help more people. We have generous people offering all sorts of help. Money, skills, time, etc. Many have come to make offerings to the Buddhas. Everyone who is here today will gain immeasurable merits. We hope that through this event, our loved ones who suffer in hell are liberated. Let them ascend to the Pure Land. They can also ascend to the heaven of your faith. I have explored many religions. Good people always go to heaven, not hell, okay? Hell is painful. I hope that they're liberated through today's event and are able to leave hell behind. Only then will we, the living, be healthy and comfortable, and have your wishes come true. Today, let's do something together. We will chant the Earth Store Bodhisattva's heart mantra. Let's chant for around 1 hour. It won't take long. Just chant and leave the rest to me, Earth Store Bodhisattva, and the other Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and deities. They will help us resolve our problems. The chanting today, the merits and energy generated by your sincere intentions, will be dedicated to the Dharma realm and to everyone who is sincere. I wish you auspiciousness, good health, and longevity. I wish you great fortune and prosperity. Let's chant. 梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哈哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈， 耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈，唵 为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么 耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵 梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，唵 为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶娑哈？哦，哈哈 什么耶梭哈？哈哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？啊，哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈？哦，哈哈哈， 么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，哦哈哈哈，为什么耶梭哈，啊哈哈哈。Put your palms together. May all merits be dedicated to the Dharma realm. To all who aspire and offer. To our karma creditors. May all merits be dedicated to everyone who made offerings. And those who offered lights at Bodhi Meditation College. These merits can help our parents of 7 lifetimes, relatives of 7 lifetimes. And karma creditors of 7 lifetimes be freed from hell. and reborn in the Western Pure Land or the Eastern Pure Land. We dedicate it to all those we have harmed in the past. We dedicate it to those who lost their lives in wars throughout history. We dedicate it to the homeless souls. May they be guided by Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and deities, to be reborn to the Pure Land, free from suffering and torment. We dedicate the merits to all those who are destined, to all those who are watching this ceremony, to everyone from all over the world. May they have a lifetime of peace and happiness. Health, wealth, joy, and good jobs. May they have their loved ones by their side. May they have wisdom and the most ideal job. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Grandmaster.
When I was chanting just now, I felt a strong connection. Normally, I don't feel it strongly. It happened about twice. It felt like a deity descended from the heavens. It was as if they brought a very cold wind with them. I continued to chant earnestly. My body felt as if it was being electrified. Even now, my body feels a bit numb. A great amount of heat energy was generated in my body. I find this quite astonishing. The Divine is right beside us, helping us. I believe all participants of this blessing ceremony, whether you are physically in front of me or not, will feel your body relax at this moment. The heavy feeling has suddenly lightened. It's as if the Buddhas and the deities have taken away that negative energy or those spirits that bother us. Each year on this day, my body feels the heaviest. For the past 7 days, whenever I walk, I feel that my feet are tied with 2 10-pound sandbags. I don't mind it. It's normal when nearing the Ullambana Festival. Actually, many souls and beings hope that through me, they can find some relief. So I feel very heavy. But at this moment, I feel very light. It's as if the Buddhas and deities have taken my burden away. I believe that those who are present here today attending this ceremony because of your connection with your loved one's spirit, they will also receive help. Many people, after their grandparents or parents pass away, neither chanted Buddha's name to bless them, nor invited monks to help liberate their spirits. It's not that you're bad, you just don't understand. These souls, because of our connection, come to find me. They find me for help. In our Vancouver Bodhi Meditation Center, we have many dedicated volunteers who fold and make the offering lotuses by hand. They do it for many days, all by hand. the lotus flowers before you are all hand-folded. All offerings are personally purchased by us. Everyone is extremely tired and exhausted. Yet they happily come to serve everyone. We hope to guide more souls to ascend to heaven. When these spirits are homeless, their living relatives will suffer. When they're liberated, we will be also. My experience today is proof that many of them have been liberated. My body immediately feels refreshed and at ease. I believe that after chanting with me for a while, many will feel relaxed. Last year, there was an elderly man over 80 years old. He came with a cane. His son needed to drive him for massages every day to relieve his back and leg pain. That time, he chanted with me for an hour. In the end, he walked home without using his cane. He said, "I don't need the car. I can walk home so easily." Sometimes the power of divine blessing surpasses our imagination. So, my dear friends present here, and online viewers of this blessing ceremony, be it now or in the future when you rewatch this, you will feel your diseases, karma, and poverty disappear.
Received.
Your worries will vanish.
Received.
You will have good health.
Received.
Longevity.
Received.
Happiness.
Received.
Great wealth.
Received.
Compassion.
Received.
How wonderful this is. You must come again next year. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandmaster.
We are currently live streaming and we have many things lined up. However, it's all happening here and will be difficult for our online viewers to participate in. Our live stream will end here. May all our viewers' wishes come true.
Received.
May there be good fortune,
Received.
health and longevity,
Received.
great wealth and honor.
Received.
See you next time.
Thank you, Grandmaster.
小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇，我智慧了。